Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I have lots and lots of goodies. So these are from the lovely Julia. She was doing a destash, so I thought oh, and I saw, I think there was 2 packs that I got. How gorgeous is that? That is just lovely. So I'm going to do some art journaling with that one. And there's just so much stuff within here, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to come on and I'm going to create a card. Isn't that just beautiful? Really pretty. And it's nice to get other people's stuff as well, because you know, you get so fed up of seeing stuff that you have, you know, and it's nice to work with new bits and pieces. So I was really chuffed with this. I fell in love with these ladies on this one. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to go through the whole pack with you because so we've got sentiments and stickers and stuff, and then we've got some black bits, and then we also have these, which are exploding boxes, which I think are really cool. So I think that's good. That one even has the lid on it. So what I thought I would do today, just very simply, I am going to put it on speed up, because I'm thinking I might make a couple of cards. Look at that, isn't that just fab? So I'm thinking I'm going to make a couple of cards, but I'm not quite sure what sort of style I'm going to go with. I'm just going to go with the flow, really. So I think it's time that I did a video where I just create, but I mean, look at all of these. I mean, I really want to do a talking video. What do you think? Do you think we can do one? Do you know what? Why not? Right. Give me a couple of seconds. Well, it'll be a second for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this pack. I'm going to take a few things out and we will attempt a talking video. If this at any point gets too noisy because everybody is home, then I will speed it up. So if it's sped up, you know that it's because I have a noisy house. If I continue to talking, then I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back. What I've done, so I have a couple of birthdays that I do need to make cards for, so I've sort of thought about that. Now, it's my dad's birthday in a couple of days, so I really like this one here. I think that might be nice for him. So my dad's a mechanic, so I really like that. I don't think a motorbike would be very good because my dad doesn't ride a motorbike. My dad's more into his classic cards. So yeah, and then I do have a ladies card that I need to create as well. I love these embellishments. So these are button embellishments, which are really nice. So, and I thought that they go really nice with this gorgeous, oh sorry, it's upside down. Oh, it's all falling out. With this gorgeous lavender toppers. So I might use them. And then the other one that I really liked and that keeps catching my eye is this one. I love the dresses on it. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So then that was another card that, so I've actually got, I've sort of like got, oh, what's the word? I really can't think of the words. Yeah, so I've got, you're probably all shouting at me, aren't you? You're going to be shouting this at me saying, it's this word. So these are my ideas. So that's what I was thinking. So they're the ideas that I sort of have. Now, I do have a large card base, so I am going to do a large card for my dad because I think this is such a nice large image. Let me just pop this out. Then I think that if we put it on a small card, it just would look silly. So that sort of goes on quite nice on there. So that's the image that I think I'm going to use there. The only other thing is what do I want? So we have this happy birthday. So that goes quite nice. And then there is these sort of steampunk elements as well that whether or not I'm going to use them, I don't know, but let me get 3 out. Excuse me. So what I'm thinking is now I need a sort of a paper to go with them. So what style of paper would I like? Right, I'm going to go through my stash. I'm going to grab some paper and then I will be back. Right, okay, so I'm back. Right, I've gone through my stash. I have these chipboard elements. So I've got this one with the clock, which I thought might be nice to sort of just put on the card. And then I've also got these cogs as well. So I thought they might be nice to add. Whether or not we'll add them, I don't know. I then have this Vintage Urban mix and match paper. So this is from B&M. And actually, I'm thinking that that one is just a perfect. So I'm not even going to go through a lot. I say I'm not going to go through, and then I spot other ones. So I really like this clock one as well. Right, do you know what? I'm going to use, I might use both. Right, so I've got the couple out that I really, really like the look of. So let me put this back in the bag. Now, for any of you that would like to know, I do store my 12 by 12 paper pads in record sleeves. They're really heavy duty. I haven't had any break on me yet. So they're so much better. And then the bits that are left over here, I put them back in there. And then I know what paper pad that it has come out of. So really good way of storing. And it makes it easier as well to slide in and out of my shelf. So that's really cool. Right. Excuse me. Okay. Let me think. What do I want to do now? Where did I put my tape runner? Do you know, I keep losing it. Is it in there? No. I'm not sure actually what I've done with my tape runner. You know, I have a very, I don't know if, sorry, I'm just looking around my room to see if I can see it. So I'm not sure if any of you have the same problems, but every time I tidy up my room, for some reason, I always lose my essentials. I can never find them. It doesn't help that I haven't quite finished tidying up yet, but I still can't find them. It is so annoying. Right, okay. So I'm just going to use, seems that I can't find it. I'm just going to use my wet glue. So my tape runner is a lot quicker. I'm going to try and keep this video under an hour if I can. But you all know what I'm like, so once I start creating, that is it. I just get sort of carried away with myself. Right, okay. So I've stuck that down. I'm just going to bring in my larger scissors just to cut around this, because I just find it so much easier with the larger ones, and it gets it to be a nice finish. So I don't measure. I'm absolutely useless at measuring, so yeah, I just don't do it. Right, and you don't need them, so let me put them in there. Now we do have this gorgeous paper. It's got the glue up at the top, so let me get rid of that because we don't need that. And I'm just wondering if we can sort of get away with that as well. Do you know what? I think we can. I'm trying. Do I want straight edges? I think, yeah, I think so. Okay. Right. Put that back in there, and then, because I know I'm not going to use them. Now let me bring in my trimmer. So I've got so much stuff off to the side of me. If I could pull out any more and you could see the state of my room, you would wonder how I'm managing to actually, yeah, how I'm managing to craft. But my problem is, every time I tidy up, I get so distracted, and there's just so much that I would like to do that, oh, that's actually too wide, so I really like that clock, so I'm thinking, let me just put a mark there. So yeah, oh dear, it's been one of them days today. It's been a good day, but it's been a day where there's just been so much stuff that I would like to do, and Me being me, make sure, yeah, I get so distracted with wanting to craft. I love crafting. Crafting is my life. Oh, I like that. I do feel though that I need to do something with those corners now. Let me get my punches out and let's see what I have. I do have a circle punch. So I'm wondering if we can sort of cut out maybe the circle, like a, oh, if I do it though, and I don't like it. Oh, I suppose I've still got some left. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think that might work. Now it's trying to see and get it so that it's even on both sides, isn't it? Yeah, it's as even as it's going to go. Okay, I should have kept that closed really, but never mind. Right, I just think because we've got all of the shapes to this, I just think that actually, look at that. I mean, what a difference that has made to it. You wouldn't think it, would you? Now, I am going to raise this bit up, so I know that I don't want to do anything with it. However, do I want to distress my edges? I see, I do feel like maybe... Do I want to distress my edges? Or should I come in with my vintage photo? Right, okay. Where's my vintage photo? There. Do you know what? I'm just going to use my vintage photo around the edge. I think that will be enough for me to do it. So I'm just using a little dauber. I'm not going directly straight onto the paper when I start, because I find that you end up with like little dots that are really hard to blend. So I like to start on my mat and then work my way into the paper. That way I think that you get a much nicer sort of blend. I just think it's so much better. So yeah, so like I said, this card will be for my dad for his birthday, which is in a few days time, but this will be going up after his birthday. So yeah, because obviously I don't want to spoil the surprise. Okay, and just like that. So I think that just frames it, doesn't it? It just gives it, there we go, make that a bit darker. Oh, I like that. Do I want to do it around the card as well, or just on that bit? Do you know what, we'll do it around the card as well. So I love it when I buy from people's destashes, because like I said, it's sort of it's giving you new stuff to play with, stuff that you wouldn't necessarily buy yourself. And I mean, I've only just started my paper crafting journey. So I think I've been doing paper craft now for about 2 years, I think. So I was doing it for a year before I started YouTube. I just fell in love with it. My main passion is jewellery. So I would like to start doing jewellery videos eventually. But at the minute, I'm loving doing this. So I keep my jewellery sort of to myself. Which might be quite selfish of me, but yeah, I think there's that many people now that make jewellery. I mean, there's that many people that make cards as well, but I think yeah, it's nice with different styles. And I know I tried to follow the rules when I very first started, so I tried making cards about 5 or 6 years ago. And I bought some little bits and bobs. I tried to follow the rules and measure, and it put me off. I just couldn't do it. I tried so hard. I really just couldn't do it. And it did put me off. It put me off for several years. And then I started making my books. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm going to erase that up. So let me see. I do have, yeah, there it is, a roll of tape. Yeah, so then, like I was saying, I did start making my books, and I needed paper to decorate the inside of my books to go with whatever design, because I just think it finishes it and makes it so much nicer. And I don't know, I just one day had a card base, and I bought some card bases, and I just went for it, and I did what I wanted to do. I didn't try and do it everything neat. I found ripping helps. So there is literally no rules in card making at all. And I think that's what I never sort of understood before. I always thought there was rules and things, but there isn't. So you can do whatever you want, which I think's awesome. So I think and it's finding your own style as well, isn't it? So I don't know what my style is actually. I don't know what you could call it. Probably weird. I don't know, different. Messy. Oh, definitely messy. I'm messy, and we'll say my style's messy. So yeah, I just like to tear and just go for it, because I think that is the best thing to do. So this is as close as a measured card as you are going to get off me, but it is for my dad, so there you are. Right, now so what I'm thinking is that would look nice. So let me take this out. Can I get away without using? Yeah, of course I can. Come on, out you come. There we go. So I was thinking, because this is such a lovely chipboard, of having that sort of just up at the top, like maybe like that. So we'll have that coming up over the edge there. There, how lovely is that? And you know what, I'm going to come in again with my vintage photo, so I'm just going to slightly darken it. So I'm just dabbing it really, just to make it sort of rusty looking. Is that the right word, rusty looking? Well, old vintagey. So right, okay, I really like that, and it makes it fit in with the card just that little bit more. I love that. Now I was going to raise that up, but I think if I raise that up, I'm not going to be able to sort of stick this on, and I want this to just, hang on one second, I want that to sit just over that cog there. What do you guys think? I really like that, but I can't raise that up. Right, okay, do you know what? Oh, I'm just going to put this on first and just leave it for a second. Right, okay. And then I think we will glue this down. So I'm not going to put any vintage style on this. I am just going to glue it down. Oh, I didn't really think about this, did I? So let me put that there, and then let us sort of put that like that, and then that should stick there. Right, okay. What I am going to do though is I am going to cut off the top of that, because we don't need it. There we go. Right, love. We do have these cogs, so again I think I'm going to bring these in just for more interest really on the card. So get rid of that, and then there we go. Right, now I was going to cut this down actually, but that fits perfectly across there, and I think if I just do a bit of colouring like I did with the but I'm not going to do as much. I want to leave some parts of it as well. There we go. We also have these which I was going to sort of add. Where is, I'll use the big one, so I'm going to cut that in half, because I'm thinking I like that there. So let me glue this down. Yeah, and then maybe bring that's, yeah, I already know I want it up there, so we'll put it on. So I like that, and then we're going to put this just across this bottom piece here, which I think is quite nice. So this is actually quite a nice card to give to a man. I would suggest when making cards for a male, think about what it is that they like, what is their passion, and then try and find what's in your stash that you can sort of do to sort of create just for them, to make it quite personal. So I know my dad is a mechanic. He loves fixing his old cars. You know, he likes vintage stuff, so I'm hoping this card will be okay for it. But I know my dad loves anything that I make him anyway, so I know that I'm safe. But I have tried to think about my dad and what he likes. So whereas my father-in-law, I would do him, so I'd make him fast cars. I think I like that there, because he does have a Porsche that's absolutely gorgeous. So I would probably try and look for a Porsche image, or I would do, he loves the band Yellow, so maybe try and find something to do with that, with album covers and stuff. So yeah, so I would think about the person first before I make them, and I do just have a general cards for males. So yeah, but there you go. How cute is that? I think my dad is going to love that. Now within the kit, well, within them, the lovely Julie, there is these stickers, so I'm thinking I'm going to add Dad on. So I'm going to make these more vintage, so just the ones that I need, and then I'm going to put Dad on, because then it is a personalised to him. So right, we need to get rid of that centre bit, and then I think I'm just going to have Dad just along the bottom. So I'm going to put the two D's down first, just so that I get, it's not like wonky. Yeah. So, and then we'll put an A down for, and then that will be Dad. So that's my first card done. I'm getting them all stuck all over me. Right. And then that will be in the centre, but I need it to sort of tuck underneath there. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that is my card done for my dad. Now I just have to work out what I'm going to get him, because my dad has everything, and yeah, he says he's not hard to buy for, but trust me, he is. So yeah, I'm not sure yet what it is I'm going to buy him, but yeah, we'll see. So there you go, there's my card for my dad. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Now I'm going to make one more with you guys. So I've been on about, I want to say about half an hour, so we will make another one. So I hope you don't mind this video being super long. I am going to do another big card, just because I have them out, and also let me just put these back because I don't need them, and I also want to put that away, put my lid on. I'll turn that upside down so it's ready to use. Get rid of these bits and pieces. Keep that, I can use that to raise stuff up. Actually, I can use that as well. Right, okay. There we go. Now, what bits do I want to use? Right, so I did get out these bits, so that's not part of that. But what I think, oh, I love that set so much. I do already have this sort of set of papers out, so I'm wondering if there is one of the papers in here which will go. That's just my husband coming to grab Lady, because Lady's decided she's going to come in. Right, do you know what, we have this one which I think goes lovely and be a perfect backing paper for it. So yes, do you know what, I think that's what I'm going to do. So use what I already have out instead of making a bigger mess. Yeah, I really like that one as well, but no, right, we'll stick with that one. Right, so what I'm going to do, just move that off to the side. 1 second. Right, is I'm going to put my glue down on my base, and then we'll stick this down, trim it, and then we will go from there. So this is going to be a really quick, easy card, hopefully. And this is to go out to a very, very dear friend of mine who is on my Facebook group. So I really hope she likes it when she receives it. So no, it needs to go that way. So yeah. So I will be posting this out to her very shortly. Right, so that's that done. Let me trim all of this down. And then I'll put this back in the plastic folder. So like I said, the folders that I do keep my 12 by 12s in is for records. I get them off eBay really, really cheaply. I think it's something like £8 for 100, which is perfect. So I buy them regularly for my husband because he collects records. So yeah, right. I am going to take all of these out, just because I think it'll make life easier. Absolute gorgeous. So this is Classy and Fabulous paper craft toppers, and it is Kanban. So that is the set that we are using, and we do have Happy Birthday, so we can use that. We also have Best Wishes, so you could actually probably get 2 cards out of this. Right, don't need that. So we can use it as a decoupage. So if you can hear anything, that's a lady trying to get in. We actually have a gate that separates the kitchen from I quite like that, but it's got that, and so that says fabulous fade style is eternal. No, fashion fade style is eternal. And this one says a woman should be 2 things, a classy and fabulous. Nice. I think, do you know what, because I really don't want that writing, so let me do that. The play fighting now, and she's not allowed. Right, okay. Right, I will be back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I've taken these off. I'm not going to get rid of them because I think they're perfect little sentiments. I think they're lovely. And I actually, you know what, I can even use them on the page. I am liking the idea of using both of these toppers on this card because it's a big enough card for me to use both. I'm just finishing getting, I thought I got them all, but then I've just seen one. So, yeah, I'm quite liking that. And then what I was thinking was, because we do have it, so it is like a decoupage. So I'm thinking of having these 2 sort of stood up like that, because it doesn't bother me that it's sort of, I just think it adds to it. I'm going to use her for something else actually, and then I think I'm going to raise up her dress. Yeah, use them for something else, and then I'm going to put that at the bottom, just there, and then just across here, or maybe up here, Happy Birthday. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So very simple style, but I think it's going to work. So I'm not going to raise this piece up. So let's get that glued down. Oh, move that out the way a second, like that. Now I am going to raise this piece up, so I'm going to bring in these wooden elements because we can use these to raise it up, and it saves us wasting. So I don't like throwing things out if I don't have to. So again, just a bit of glue. So if you've got scrap bits of stuff around that gives dimension, then please do use it, because we all do need to play our part in protecting our planet. So, right, okay. And then I think we'll put this little bit in there. Oh, don't want that. And then we'll have that bit in there, because that just looks like a really big gap, doesn't it? There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to just glue this down onto my card. So a really good way of recycling. And then this is going to go here like that. Now for the dresses, okay, actually no, for this bit I'm going to have this so that it's just stuck down straight. We're not going to have any dimension on this bit at all. Oh, gorgeous. Right, where are my little scissors? There they are. So let me get rid of these tabs. If I can find them all, that is. I think that's them. Yep. And then I'm going to have this so that this is raised. So I know that where I'm thinking, do you know what? Well, I'll use my foam pads. So we want this side to be 2 high and the other side to be 1 high. I must remember that. Oh, there we go. And that one 2 high. Okay. Right. Okay, so that on the head. This one just there. Right, so that should, brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to raise it up again. So these will be raised up with 2 lots of foam, but because this element is raised, that's why there's none here, because it already sits there. If I was to put 2 all the way over, it would end up being quite wonky, and we really don't want that. So where all the bits are now is where I will be putting 2 bits of foam pads, and then it should, in theory, all work out. Should. So I just need, okay, this bit here, and then, oh, it's sticking to my hand, and that bit, and then put these on, and that bit on. There we go. So that should sit quite nicely onto the card. So I'm hoping the lady who receives this card actually really likes it. It's always the thing with handmade things, you never know whether or not people like them. So line that up, make sure it's lined up nicely. There we go. So I like that. And then we do have this dress as well. So again, I'm going to put some foam pads on, but I think I'm going to do this too as well, so it's higher than this one. So I think that'd be quite nice. So let's put these on like that. Right, chop a couple in half. So one just across there like that. Right, okay. So take these off. What tie are we on? Oh, I don't know. I keep stopping the camera, so I'm not actually 100% sure. Oh, and Lady has found a toy, a squeaky toy, which is a typical. So luckily we're just about finished. Right, I need 3 of these ones, and then we can stick this on. And then the last thing that I will be doing, so I'm thinking I might bring in some Nouveau drops. So I'm going to see what drops that I actually have that will go quite nice with this. And then stick the, yeah. So like I said, we are very, very, very nearly finished. So, which is typical, but then I suppose having a puppy is just like having a toddler. Oh, you know what, I've just realised I haven't cut the tabs off this, which is no good at all because I hate the tabs. Right, okay, and then this one, there we are. So line that up, there we go. Oh, how pretty is that? So there's lots and lots of dimension. Right, I won't be a moment. I'm just going to go and take her toy off. Sounds mean, but I don't think you want to listen to squeaking for the next 5 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. She actually needed to go out anyway, so she's just gone outside for a wee wee. Right, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the happy birthday, and I think I'm going to add it there. Again, I am going to put these on, and I think I'm going to have them 2 layers again. So yeah, I think just this side. Like I say, love, 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 love dimension. Right, okay. So let me, I've done it again. I keep doing that. Right, get rid of them. We don't want them. We don't like them. Right. There we go. Right. How gorgeous is that card? Oh, it's so cute. Right. Last thing. If I know where I put them. So, right, I'm going to see if I can go and find some Nouveau drop. Actually, no, I'm not going to use Nouveau drops. So, give me 2 seconds. I do have a load. I'm knocking the camera, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm getting my box of gems. So I have lots and lots and lots of gems in here. So I'm sure in here somewhere we will have something that goes quite nice. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we don't need that anymore. So I'm thinking a few of these. So that's sort of, oh, don't go. Oh, I think 3 of them this size. Oh, isn't that lovely? I think gems just add. I tend to reach for my Nouveau drops. I don't really reach for my gems much. That's the doggies wanting back in. And then I think just a couple of small ones. So one on there. Oh, it hasn't even got sticky on that one. I think that's too much actually. Right, I do need my glue. So blob glue there. And then we'll put that down. So I'm only going to put 2 on because I do like my gems to be sort of odd, so I do prefer. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's my cards. So these are the 2 cards that I have created today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Look at them, so completely different. So we have a male card and we have a female card. Thank you ever so much for watching and sticking with me. I know this has been a long video. Let me know actually in the comment section below whether or not you prefer my longer videos, my shorter videos, or whether or not you like a mix of both. I enjoy doing all videos, so but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you like. But yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. But until then, happy crafting. Bye.